This is SRG, Chemistry Faculty, Narayana IIT Academy. We are going to discuss the memory based questions collected from the students. The exam held, JEE Mains exam, held on 25th February 2021, morning session paper, chemistry. Let me discuss. See the first question. When we see the first question, it was given from the isoheptane when treated with molybdenum oxide at high pressure of 10 to 20 atmosphere and 773 Kelvin. What happens? This was from NCERT textbook only. The question was collected. We can identify when there is the reaction of, see the textbook what the point was given. This is N-hexane when treated with chromium Cr2O3 or V2O5 or MO2O3 at 773 Kelvin and 10 to 20 atmosphere, that converted into aromatic compound benzene. This was given in the textbook. From that only simple application was given in the exam. So if there is isoheptane treated with same reagents, any of these reagents we can use. So we get aromatic compound, aromatization takes place. This is toluene is the product. So in this case the product is toluene. This is the correct one. Second option. Let me proceed further. Next one. Second question. See here in this case, second question. When methyl cyanide is hydrolyzed, acidic hydrolysis of cyanides. Acidic hydrolysis of cyanides, they gives carboxylic acids with the loss of ammonia. So we get CH3COOH in the first step with the loss of ammonia. Next, when treated with SOCl2, thionyl chloride convert acids into acid chlorides. Instead of SOCl2, we can proceed with either PCl3 or PCl5. Further, acid chlorides are reduced by Lindlar's catalyst, that is PDBaSO4. It was specified PDBaSO4. Acid chlorides are reduced into aldehydes. This reduction from acid chlorides to aldehydes is called Rosenmund's reduction. So here we have what is the final product in this process is product of the reaction is. This is the product of the reaction. Now let me proceed for the third question. See in this case, which of the following will not yield acetaldehyde? Say when cyanides are reduced by diisobutyl aluminum hydride, DIBAL-H. Diisobutyl aluminum hydride reduces cyanides into aldehydes. Actually the temperature which is maintained here is minus 70 degrees Celsius. Even it is not specified, it is the textual question. So we are proceeding for that. Next, what happens when alcohols are heated with copper? Remember, primary and secondary alcohols when heated with copper at 300 degrees Celsius. Dehydrogenation takes place. Dehydrogenation result in formation of aldehyde, whereas tertiary alcohols undergoes dehydration. Next, when alcohol is treated with Cr2O3 and H2SO4, Jones reagent. Jones reagent, this oxidizes primary alcohols up to carboxylic acids because aldehydes are readily oxidized. If it is secondary alcohols, we get ketones. So in this case, acetaldehyde is not the final product. We get carboxylic acid, that is acetic acid. Another reaction is reaction of alkene with O2. Actually here there is H2O. This is reagent which is added. The reaction with the traces of O2 in presence of CuCl2 and PdCl2. Aldehyde is the product, acetaldehyde. So we can identify where the acetaldehyde is not the major product. In this case it is the third one. Let me see the fourth question. Lactose contains which carbon link between galactose and glucose? Lactose is a disaccharide. The disaccharide contain glycosidic bond between galactose and glucose. See, this is 6 carbon cyclic, that is furanose ring, and here is glucose. Here we can identify this is the first carbon of galactose. Galactose and glucose, they differed only at fourth carbon. This is the carbon where the difference is happened. Here galactose has OH and like this, whereas glucose OH is present like this. Now the first carbon, there is bond between galactose and glucose with the help of oxygen here. So a glycosidic bond means first carbon of galactose is bonded to the fourth carbon of glucose. So this glucose, here we can identify glucose has hemiacetal ring. This portion we call it is hemiacetal ring. Because of that hemiacetal ring, the galactose acts as a reducing sugar. This is previously given question, the same lactose. So from previous means we can identify this portion, means which portion of lactose acts as a reducing sugar is the glucose part. Same, they modified the question. What is the linkage? It is first carbon of galactose with fourth carbon of the glucose is the bonding, that is glycosidic bond. So we can identify first one. This is the correct answer. Now let me take fifth one. Statement 1. An allotrope of oxygen is responsible for reducing smog. The allotrope of oxygen is O3. O3 is part of photochemical smog, which is oxidizing smog. That means first statement is false. Next statement, oxides of nitrogen and sulfur are responsible for photochemical smog. Photochemical smog contain oxides of nitrogen, and by the action of ozone, these are converted into PAN also. Because of that PAN and also ozone, it acts as a oxidizing smog. So here oxides of sulfur is not the part of photochemical smog. That is why statement 2 is also false. So fourth one, this is the correct answer. Statement 1 and 2 both are false. Let me take this one. Sixth question, which of the following set of compounds give NaHCO3 test? NaHCO3 test is nothing but by the reaction with NaHCO3, they has to release CO2 gas. Remember, CO2 gas is released when acid stronger than H2CO3 reacts with bicarbonates. Acids stronger than H2CO3 can only release CO2 from bicarbonate. So with NaHCO3, the stronger acid, phenol, pure phenol, phenol is weaker acid than H2CO3, stronger acid than HCO3 minus. That is why phenol has reaction with Na2CO3 but has no reaction with NaHCO3. Means it doesn't release CO2 gas by the reaction. So here this is the phenol supported by the NH2 donating group. So donating groups reduce the specific strength of phenols. Carboxylic acids, these are stronger acids, aromatic acids are stronger acids.